The dragon stands, revealing its massive size. It lets loose a roar that shakes the ground beneath us. Oh, we're in for a fight. This won't be a problem. Don't underestimate this, Dritz. We need to be prepared. Sherlock is a fearsome foe. He's about to attack! The dragon rears back and starts gathering its breath to unleash a fireball. Everyone, do your initiative rolls. Can I help? No, you're dead. You all sacrificed me to get past the traps in the hallway. Worth it. Can my corpse help at least? I could rip off your leg and use it as a club. I'd rather you didn't. You asked. Well, I did use your corpse to summon a skeleton. Hello. Oh, cool. So that's my skeleton, I guess. Can I control my skeleton? No, it's my pet. But it's my skeleton. But it's my pet. But it's my skeleton. You're dead. You're not even supposed to be talking. I hate this game. Dungeons & Dragons Online. I cannot believe I have not covered this game yet. I used to love it, but sadly I couldn't play it much at the time because I was broke and couldn't afford a sub. Then the game went free to play, and I still didn't play it because I'm a fickle son of a bitch. But I'm here now. Better never than late, I always say. Or something like that. Anyway, I thought now was a good time because they just put out a new expansion, The Mists of Ravenloft. But I figured I should reacquaint myself with the game first. So we're starting from scratch, at least until I remember what the f I'm doing. The first thing is to create a character. Step 1, pick your style of gameplay, which really just narrows down the classes for you so you're not too overwhelmed. I was going to try something iconic, but apparently that's gonna cost me. So nope, I ended up with my old standby, the Cleric. From here you choose a specialization, which basically places your action points for you so you don't have to know what you're doing. Or you can be a true baller and customize it yourself. I am very unballer and went with War Priest. You then choose a race, which is somewhat limited, but at least you have a choice, I suppose. The last thing is your look. The customization here is decent, but nothing too special. Did I mention this game was from 2006? Then you're off! One of the things you're gonna notice very quickly is that DDO is a heavily instanced game. You will spend some time running around town, recovering your HP and mana, selling items, buying supplies, hanging out in taverns getting drunk, and gathering quests to do in one of the many instances. Now, there are a few open zones for you to run around in, but really these are just hubs to more instanced areas, except with bad guys in it. See, it's different. Each instance you enter has a bit of story to it, which a narrator will kindly explain to you, essentially acting as your GM. This little attention to detail really brings a lot of atmosphere to the game, and is what makes me feel like this is one of the best virtual D&D experiences you can have. Once you're in an instance, the game plays like this. Click to attack, use number keys for skills, and try not to die. Pretty normal stuff. The cool thing about DDO is that there are several skills you wouldn't find in other MMOs. The spot and search abilities are major ones, as they will not only help you discover traps, which will do you little good without a rogue on your team or multiclassing as a rogue, but I digress, but also secrets that you can only discover using those abilities. Don't have those abilities leveled up? Well, then you're out of luck, aren't you? Another reason why DDO is best played with a well-rounded group of friends. And I do mean well-rounded, if you know what I mean. Toku nut. Another interesting mechanic in DDO is that health and mana do not automatically regenerate over time. Health has to be healed using a spell, potion, or by some other means. Mana can be regened using some potions, or you can regenerate both using a rest point. There's usually just one of these on each map, which can make the game rather tense if everyone's getting low on health and mana. Or at least it used to be that way. Nowadays, playing solo, I can just destroy everything, namely barrels. Yeah! Suck it, barrels! At the end of each quest, you're typically given a chest, which has some nice rewards in it to help deck out your character. Naturally, you'll also gain experience. Leveling in DDO is probably a bit different than you're used to. You'll gain ranks in between each level, which grants you action points. These are points that you put into one of a few trees to generally increase your effectiveness in that area. Every 5 ranks, you gain an actual level, which unlocks a whole different set of rewards. I'm not going there. I managed to get up to level 3.5 before I decided it was time to stop killing boxes and take on the Mists of Ravenloft. To take part in the expansion, you really need to be at least level 10, which in DDO actually takes a lot longer than you would think. Luckily, the game had an event going on that gave me a free level 10 character. Hooray for being lazy! This time I decided on a Paladin for whatever reason, and picked the new race, the Aasimar. I think that's how you pronounce it. It gives you wings! Warning, game does not actually give you wings, and the Hive Leader is not liable for this lack of wing getting. Thank you. Entering the Mist is a bit different from the rest of the game that I've played up to this point. In fact, this whole expansion is way creepier than it has any right to be. Look at these things. Yes. I don't like them. And they're alive. Ah! F me, they're alive! Ah! Yeah, you're doing great work there, Fane. Glad I hired you. Keep it up! Not knowing my Dungeons & Dragons lore and also being too lazy to use Google, which is only a few pixels away, I don't know if Ravenloft is an actual thing in D&D, but I have a feeling it's based a lot on Transylvania-type lore. Dark, foggy, wolves and demons everywhere. This guy who might as well be Dracula. Surprisingly, the horror elements really work here. You'll do things like take down witches who are cooking people and feeding it to other people, and just look at this shit. Creepy dolls are creepy. Oh well, at least they're not f***ing marionettes. The expansion appears to consist of one of those open world zones I talked about earlier, except really damn big, consisting of multiple towns, areas, and even a castle. The zone itself is full of little hidden areas, bosses, and extra side quests to do. Now, you may think getting around a zone this big could be a bit of a chore, but luckily DDO put in these guides that can pretty much teleport you anywhere, like that castle I mentioned before, which contains a really fun quest. The place was like a maze and provided a pretty good challenge. Upon entering, you'll be given your objectives via tarot-ish cards. Let's see here. I drew Necromancer. That's not too bad. Shepherd. Oh, that's good. And Marionette. Marionette! Marionette! Nope, 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 nope. So much nope. Nope. Dolls? Okay. Attach strings to the dolls and nope, I'm out. I haven't played Ravenloft for that long, but I'm enjoying it. Then again, I like this type of horror atmosphere, so I might be biased. In general, I would recommend DDO if you're looking for a good virtual D&D experience, especially if you're planning on playing with a group of friends. Playing alone can be a bit You can hire an NPC to play with you, but that doesn't change the lonely. I still had a lot of fun with the game. If you're looking for a good MMO with a real D&D feel, this is the game for you.
Way to go, Dritz! You did it! You slayed the dragon!
Well done, my boy.
I really couldn't have done it without Greg's leg. Who would have guessed it was so strong against dragons? I'm taking the other one. Yeah, I have one as well.
I'll take an Om. Could you all stop desecrating my corpse?
You're finally helping. Shut up.
And that was Dungeons & Dragons Online: The Mists of Ravenloft. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter or Facebook, and make sure to follow me on Twitch for my weekly live streams. And if you really want to help the channel, you can donate to me on Patreon like these other amazing people. I bet they wouldn't desecrate my corpse. Well, they might, I don't know.